waiting for permission. In Arsenling Arsawur, there is one truth you need to embrace right now. Nobody is coming to hand you the life you want. Nobody is going to knock on your door and say, hey, here's your dream. Here's the career you've been wishing for. Here's the confidence, the wealth, the fitness, the peace of mind you've been hoping for. It's not happening like that, and yet so many of us live like it will. We wait, we delay. We make excuses like, I'll start when the timing is right, when I have more money, when I'm less busy, when I feel ready. Let me tell you something. If you keep waiting for the perfect moment, you will wait forever. The truth is, you not waiting for the right time. You waiting for permission. Permission from your family. Permission from your friends. Permission from society. Permission from some imaginary panel of judges who you think will one day announce, congratulations, you are now officially allowed to go after your dreams. But here, the problem that permission slip does exist. Some of you are holding back because you don't want to be judged. You afraid of what people will say. You afraid. They'll think you crazy for trying. But here's the question. Why do you need their approval to live your life? The people you worried about impressing aren't the ones who will pay your bills. Build your dreams or live with your regrets. You owe it to yourself to stop waiting for a green light and start moving, even if the road ahead looks unclear. You don't need a perfect plan before you take the first step. You don't need every detail figured out. You just need to decide that you are worth the risk. Think about it. Every successful person you admire started before they felt ready. They didn't have all the answers. They didn't know if it would work, but they moved anyway. They acted before they had permission. You see, action creates clarity. The more you do, the more you learn. The more you try, the more you grow. Waiting just keeps you in the same place. Watching other people live the life you wish you had. In Arsenling Arsawur, you can afford to keep living like you have unlimited time. Every day you wait is a day you don't get back. Every day you hesitate is another opportunity slipping through your fingers. You owe it to yourself to stop standing at the station waiting for a train that isn't here. Start walking toward your destination. Yes, people will doubt you. Yes, you will make mistakes. Yes, you will fail sometimes. But so what? Failure is just proof that you had the courage to try. And guess what? Those same people who doubt you now will be the ones asking how you did it later. You have to be bold enough to choose yourself, even if no one else chooses you yet. That's what leaders do. That's what winners do. That's what people who change their lives do. So stop asking, am I ready? Start asking, am I willing? Am I willing to show up even when it's uncomfortable? Am I willing to put in the work even when nobody is watching? Am I willing to take the leap without a safety net because my dreams matter that much? When you say yes to yourself, the game changes. You stop being a passenger in your life and start being the driver. And Arsenling Arsawur is the year you take the wheel. Because here's the truth. You don't owe the world your silence. You don't owe the world your hesitation. You don't owe the world your dreams locked away in your mind. You owe it to you to start now. Demand more from yourself. The version of you standing here today is not the version that's going to achieve everything you want by the end of Arsenling Arsawur. The version of you who has the career, the health, the relationships, the financial freedom, the confidence. Person doesn't just appear by accident. They are built, and they are built by the decisions you make every single day from this moment forward. In it, you owe it to yourself to demand more from yourself. And I'm not talking about pushing yourself only when it's convenient, only when you feel motivated, or only when you in the mood. I'm talking about holding yourself to a standard so high that even on your worst day, you're still moving forward. Here is the reality. The gap between where you are and where you want to be is not crossed by wishing, hoping, or making New Year's resolutions you abandon in February. That gap is crossed by discipline, by showing up whether you feel like it or not, by doing the hard things when no one is clapping for you, by choosing progress over comfort every single time. And let's be honest, comfort is tempting. Comfort tells you to hit the snooze button. Comfort tells you to take a break when you haven't earned it. Comfort tells you, you're doing fine. Don't push too hard. But let me ask you, has comfort ever made you proud? Has comfort ever brought you the life you dream about? The truth is, comfort is the enemy of growth. Every time you choose comfort, you reinforcing the version of yourself you are right now, not the one you want to become. But every time you choose discipline over comfort, you recasting a vote for your future self, the stronger, sharper, more capable version of you that's waiting to be built. Demanding more from yourself means refusing to accept your own excuses. It means catching yourself when you say, I'll do it tomorrow, and doing it today instead. It means asking, is this my best? And if the answer is no, pushing yourself to go further. You have to become the kind of person who can trust yourself, someone who keeps their own promises. But when you demand more from yourself and actually deliver, something powerful happens. Your confidence grows. Not the fake confidence that comes from a compliment or a lucky break, the real confidence that comes from knowing you can rely on you. Think about it. If you set a goal to work out 4 days a week and you actually do it for months, you're rebuilding proof that you are disciplined. If you commit to saving money and you consistently follow through, you're rebuilding proof that you can manage your future. If you promise yourself you'll spend an hour a day learning a new skill, and you keep that promise, you're rebuilding proof that you can change your life. Here's the thing, Arsenling Arserwo is not a year for small effort. This is the year you raise your standards. This is the year you stop playing at the level, your potential, and start playing at the level of your goal. Because if your goals are big, your effort has to be bigger. Demanding more from yourself, does it mean you'll never fail? You will. Does it mean you want to feel tired? You will. It doesn't mean you want to have doubts? You will. But it does mean you will keep going anyway. It means you will push through when motivation disappears. It means you will show up and do the work even when no one sees it, because you know the payoff is coming. So as you move through Arsenling Arserwo, ask yourself daily, am I acting like the person I want to be? If the answer is no, adjust immediately. If the answer is yes, keep going harder. Because this year is not about doing enough to get by. This year is about becoming undeniable. This year is about earning the right to look in the mirror on December Sensory Saint and say, I gave it everything. Protect your energy like your life depends on it. Let us be honest, in Arsenling Arserwo, the world is noisier, busier, and more distracting than ever. Your phone is buzzing. Your social feeds are overflowing. Everyone has an opinion about how you should live your life. And in the middle of all that noise, your energy is constantly under attack. But here's what you have to understand. Your energy is your most valuable currency. It's the fuel that powers your focus, your creativity, your drive, and your ability to keep going. Without it, even the best plan in the world is useless. Without it, your motivation fades, your discipline crumbles, and your dreams stall. That is why you owe it to yourself to protect your energy like your life depends on it, because it does. And when I say energy, I'm not just talking about physical energy. I'm talking about mental energy, your thoughts, your focus, your clarity. I'm talking about emotional energy, your peace, your resilience, your sense of self-worth. I'm talking about spiritual energy, the inner fire that keeps you believing in yourself when life tries to knock you down. The truth is, if you let anyone and anything drain that energy, you will never have the strength to get to where you want to go. You can climb to your dreams if you re-carrying the weight of other people's negativity. You cannot run your race if you retangled in everyone else's You have to start setting boundaries, not because you rude, but because you serious about your life. That means saying no to things that don't serve you. That means walking away from toxic people who only take and never give. That means shutting down the endless scroll that steals your time and feeds your doubts. Every time you say yes to something that drains you, you really saying no to your own goals. And I know some of you have been pouring into people who never pour back. You've been fighting battles that aren't even yours to fight. You've been letting the opinions of strangers take up space in your head. That has to stop this year. Protecting your energy also means being intentional about what you let in. You can feed your mind garbage and expect it to produce greatness. The books you read, the videos you watch, the conversations you have, they are either fueling your fire or dimming your light. You have to choose carefully. And let us talk about your physical energy for a second, because it matters. You can expect to crush your goals if you rerunning on 4 hours of sleep, eating junk every day, and treating your body like an afterthought. The way you treat your body is the way you treat your future. When you move, fuel, and rest your body well, you not just being healthy, you protecting your capacity to show up at your best. Some people might not understand your boundaries. They might think you've changed. They might accuse you of being different. And you know what? They rewrite. You are different. You no longer available for every distraction. You no longer tolerating what drains you. You no longer handing out your energy like it's free. Because this year, you've decided your dreams matter more than their comfort. This year, you've decided that your peace is worth more than fitting in. This year, you decided to protect your energy because you finally understand that your future depends on it. And here's the beautiful thing. When you protect your energy, you start to see results faster. You sharper. You more consistent. You more creative. You start attracting opportunities, people, and moments that align with the life you want to build. Why? Because your energy is no longer scattered. It is focused. So as you move through Tianling War, remember this. You don't have to fight every battle. You don't have to attend every argument you invited to. You don't have to be available to everyone all the time. Your life is yours, and your energy is sacred. Guard it like treasure. Because when you protect your energy, you protect your potential. Refuse to leave this year with regret. Picture this. It is December Sensor Saint, Arten Ling Arser War. The clock is ticking down. People are celebrating, fireworks are lighting up the sky, and you're sitting there asking yourself one simple question. Did I give everything I had this year? It's a powerful question because there's only one of two answers. Either you will say yes with a heart full of pride, or you'll say no with the heavy weight of regret sitting in your chest. And here's the truth, regret is one of the heaviest things a human can carry. It's heavier than failure. It's heavier than rejection. It's heavier than the pain of hard work. Because regret doesn't just fade, it follows you. The worst part about regret, it's preventable. Most regrets don't come from things we did. They come from the things we didn't do. The chances we didn't take, the dreams we didn't chase, the words we never said, the goals we abandoned halfway. And that's just why this year has to be different. You owe it to yourself to live Arsian Ling Arsawu with such intensity, such commitment, and such focus that when the year ends, there's nothing left in you that you wish you had given. You owe it to yourself to stop leaving your potential on the table. That means no more next time. No more, maybe later. No more when I feel ready. Because you're not promised more time. Every day you waste is one you will never get back. We act like we have forever, but we don't. And if you keep pushing your dreams into the future, you will one day wake up and realize you ran out of time to make them real. Now, let's be clear. Avoiding regret doesn't mean your journey will be easy. In fact, it's going to be hard. You will have days where you want to quit. You will have moments where you question yourself. You will have failures that make you doubt if it's even worth it. But here's the difference. The pain of discipline is temporary. The pain of regret is permanent. Every workout you push through, every hour you put into your craft, every uncomfortable conversation you have to move forward, that is all temporary discomfort. But the satisfaction of knowing you gave it your all, that lasts forever. Just like the sting of knowing you didn't, that also lasts forever. You see, regret isn't just about lost opportunities. It's less about lost identity, because every time you quit on yourself, every time you hold back, every time you settle for less, you chip away at your belief in who you are. And once that belief is gone, it's hard to get it back. That's why this year you have to move like your future depends on it, because it does. Every small decision, every habit, every choice to push forward when it would be easier to sit back, it all adds up. It's those choices, stacked one on top of another, that determine whether you end this year with pride or regret. So ask yourself now, if I keep doing what I'm doing, will I be proud on December Sanzari Cent? If the answer is no, change it now. Don't you wait for the perfect moment to turn it around, because the perfect moment is this one. And here's the thing, when you refuse to leave this year with regret, you start showing up differently. You start making decisions faster. You stop overthinking and start doing. You stop letting fear dictate your moves. You start living with the urgency of someone who knows that time is precious. Because at the end of the day, you not just fighting for your goals, for your future self. You fighting for the version of you who will look back on this year and either thank you or resent you. Make Arsenling Arsenal the year. That future you stands tall, smiles, and says, thank you for not giving up on me. This is your year, not next year, not someday, this year. Because the truth is, you owe yourself more than you've been giving. You owe yourself the courage to start without waiting for permission. You owe yourself the discipline to demand more from your mind, your body, and your habit. You owe yourself the strength to protect your energy from anything or anyone that would drain it. And you owe yourself the promise that when Arsenling ends, you will not look back with regret. You have been through too much, learned too much, and survived too much to keep playing small. Every struggle you've faced, every setback you've endured has prepared you for this moment. And now it is your turn to take everything you've got and put it into everything you want. No one else can live this life for you. No one else can run your race. No one else will feel the pride or the pain that comes from your decisions. It's on you. And that's not a burden. That's your power. So when the doubts creep in, when the fear whispers, when the world tells you to settle, remember this: you owe it to you, not to the critics, not to the doubters, not even to the people who believe in you. You owe it to the person staring back at you in the mirror every morning, the person who knows your potential, who dreams your dreams, who will either live with your discipline or carry your regret. The clock is ticking. The year is moving. Your chance is here. So stand up, take the first step, and then the next, and then the next. Don't slow down. Don't hold back. Because when December Century Saint arrives, you deserve to stand tall, breathe deep, and say with pride, I gave it everything, and I won.